Hi. I would like to teach you how to get into a better shape and how to dance as if you want to, not because it was required by your mother or you like dance, the thought of dancing, you've seen dancing, and I would like to teach you basically the beginnings of dancing and shaping you and so that you could fundamentally, you know, just like and do that, you know. So it's not easy for everyone because some people have weak ankles. I have weak ankles. They're just, they're very flexible. My, I'm flexible, born flexible, but I do not have any of this thing. I cannot like do it very hard. I have like the hip. I have good hips, so I can go like this. But it's up to you to make your own dancing style. So one thing I'm going to teach you is the hands. The hands are not always curvy, but in ballet they're curvy. At least they are in the ones in Europe. And they're always like splash, but I like to think of a rondejambe, and I cannot always remember everything because I improv. I can do that a little bit, but that's jazzy. I learned that jazz people cannot always dance ballet. People that dance ballet can always dance jazz because they turn out their legs. Ballet people turn out their legs. So I'm going to teach you one thing that's most important is strengthening your ankles by this is first position. You hold. So I have a big tummy, right? So I have to lean forward, and in order to do that, I have to hold on to my ass or down here, right here, and I keep it up like that. That is why my butt is funky, because that is how I keep myself balancing with my weak ankles. And if you want to improve your feet, just in case you know that, well, you just basically, some people break their feet by going like that, and some people go like that to stretch, get their thighs out and all this, which feels good for me because I have hip problems and back problems, lower back problems. So anyway, some people wear glasses and they're just fine to do whatever you want. I believe that you can develop a style that makes your own variation. Whatever you do, I hope you record it one day and so your family can see it or something. Just like, this is first position. First position, and some people can go like this. I can, sort of slightly, and that is there's a way of doing it, of keeping yourself in shape with your hips and stuff. There is a way of just like gently playing with your, like this. Keep your back up. It's usually, I think about back problems because your back can't stay that straight for some people because their alignment is not, nobody's the same. So this is all a variation of dance. Some people I've seen can do on toe shoes, can go like this. And then some people can stand on their toes. Some people can go like this on toes. But I have feet that couldn't do that, so I had to claw. You have to claw. And let's just say a pirouette like this, I can't even do it anymore because I don't even like this. Okay, you start out. This is just like tendus. I don't want to teach you like this, the round arms. But basically you start, this is first position. I don't want to teach you ballet. I want to teach you style. First position, some people hold their head up, look like they have a long neck. You want to show the long neck, sort of. and that is natural. It also helps, neck exfoliation, let's just say. And so I'm gonna teach you something just for fun. See what I mean? Your body can move, and some people, this is called an attitude. I cannot balance very well, correct. But I have done this. I'll see if I can even do it. I say I can't do it. And you need like ballet shoes, you need like special floors, and ballet is not easy to get into the practice of it and I did do jazz because I got out of ballet a little. And then I started just like with my hands, I just started practicing épaulement is what they call it, where they just go, you look and dip, same way, you dip. They're all variations, but this is the begins the body. First position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position. Sort of like, that's not all the same. This is the way I want to say it. And close. That's what I'll say as far as my dance form, because that is the way I like to dance. And as for this shit, I'm sorry, not shit, but excuse my language, it is not exemplary of the way a dancer should be. Because it's a freedom of expression, and I believe you should be able to monetize your videos on songs that I use anyway. And sometimes it's very hard to dance without music, so it's just like a basic thing without music. And they don't usually, even with ballet, you won't be able to record yourself. And I'll do a variation that I won't do very well, but it was my dream, because I cannot do this way, because I could not balance. See, and I don't have the extension of my back anymore because I have a bad back, and I almost did have a stress fracture, because that can happen. Your hips can go bad, your knees, because you're always pliing, and so your knees get heavy stress. And so when you also land with a pirouette, it like gives you stress if you don't land if you just land and feel like slam. Do you see that hurts? It hurts your foot and you'll go, and you'll fall, see? And basically I did learn, I can almost do the ballet without doing this. This is a tendu. I'm not doing a fifth position where it's just like this, because I cannot get into it at the age of 39, and some people just can't. That is fifth position. On this side, I do have where something I forgot was called, where you have your legs are, your knees are one bigger than another, your legs are differently shaped. So some people have problems like this because they cannot do that, and their legs are not turned in, and that's the way they're shaped. That's my shape. So I have a problem with this, basically, and go like this. See, I can't do that. Basically, and turn out my leg. They always want you to turn out your leg. And the way you do it is you have to squeeze your ass. Squeeze your butt like this. It helps you, and you notice that you can keep on turning out your leg that way. If you don't turn out like this, you won't do it. So, and one thing I like to do is, I never do it, but I like ronde de jambes. I cannot even do it, hardly do it, but I like just moving my hands. One thing I like to do is, when I was at the bar, there's something called the bar, where you hold on to the bar, and you do different dance combinations that are your favorite. you begin, they're different dances. Just don't even almost teach you the same thing, because some people are not knowledgeable of what they're doing, and I am not a knowledgeable person either. But I have abilities to do like and it doesn't even matter if I stretch out my leg, because that's the leg that hurts, you know. But I can do it on this side. Oh my God, I didn't do it that time, but anyway, it's just a freedom of expression. So if you want the freedom of jazz, it's like, this is what I learned. Just keep her, and then they turn in their leg for a pirouette. So it's like they'll just like one. And that's easier. Pirouettes in ballet are with your leg turned out, which are very hard to land for people. On toe shoes, which are wooden, but they're easier than you think with soft cushioning. I'm just trying to get you to the idea that ballet is kind of fun, dancing is fun, and freedom of makeup. See, they usually wear a bun in your hair, and usually have to wear a bun. Why is it long? I have no idea. You're just supposed to, I guess, I never experienced a problem where you just can dance with short hair, you know. And I live in a group home, yes, if you see everyone's passing by, but that's it. But I became mentally ill. They call it mentally ill, but I have problems with things that don't really make me ill. It's just that I get psychotic. You know, those are other forms of hygiene that I have to take care of. I have to take care of my body. So one thing I work with my waistline is it helps to stretch. It helps to stretch. Like, like, but you have to keep your body straight right here. It keeps your hips flexible. Whatever you do, when you do this, I'll do the beginning of my dance. My first thing. 1, plie, plie. Second position. I don't exactly remember, but it's been so long since I danced, about 20 years, so. And then, so it's all like this. Everyone's the flash. You have to flash yourself, but some people are quiet modern dancers, and modern dancer is kind of easier because that is what I enjoy doing. But I have so much belly in me, I cannot like go like this. You know, I learned different forms of expression through listening to what my head had to say about my own expression. And I believe if you say, I did ballet for a little while, but I didn't like it, it was boring, is a common story, right? And one thing I used to enjoy is just the split leap. It's so hard to get your legs in just without running. So I don't run because I don't have any freedom. And so I could, but one thing I was good at was turnout. You know, I have good turnout. They tried to fix my foot as if that could do that. It can't, and that hurts my foot. But it helps practice. But it also injures things when you can't do it, and they're forcing your hips out. And there's horror stories about people hurting their little child's hips. You know, trying to get them turned out. So, well, I'm going to give you fundamental. Just all you have to do is basically stretch like this. And then if you can't, always do this. That is my biggest problem, is this area. I call it the inner thigh, because my inner thighs are fat and my outer thighs are big. You know, I have hips, you know, and my hips dip here. So anyway, but and then for bar stretch, say you can turn out your leg, but I prefer to just go like this. That helps me out. And then you just lean forward. That is hard to do because I can't even do it anymore. I'm 39 years old, but I'm still dancing. And to me, it's the freedom of doing what you want. You know, if you can't dance to music, if you just listen to it and just, ooh, I mean, that's, at least you want to just funkily dance, you know, and just like not do hip hop all the time. Hip hop to me is like a lot of hair, and I don't have it. And if I was doing hip hop, I would just go, and that's my way of doing hip hop. Cause I used to watch ballet on TV as a manic depressive teen when I was doing it, and I couldn't express myself as well as I had hoped. I mean, one thing with jumps though, I do that. Just, I mean, some things are hard. So I'll say that I can do it, but it's a way of just exercising and exercising and exercising. And so one thing is the best exercise is, ouch, is just like holding on to this and just like sticking out your butt and holding on to a stretch for like, and don't always just straight your nails. Reach, and then go up. Because that way for me, anyway, that's my style. Everything's my fundamental ways of dancing. But passe is this. For some reason, I could never make it, and I tried to make it, so in case there's good dance teachers out, you know, I tried to go like this. And then hold out my hip all the way, turn out my foot all the way, and then balance. I mean, some things your body can't do. On this side, I mean, it's always on this side too. There's always a this side and a this side. So there's always a white, wrong, and gray, and a pretty tutu. But if you want to, just like start like practicing. I mean, like in order to like dance, you have to sort of dance on your own. It's your body. So you have to like dance and express yourself. See, they tell you also not to do that, but I do that because I think that's better. You go like this. And this is how far I can get. I forgot because I cannot make the positions. I am not flexible in this area. I'm flexible in the hips. And I have the ability to go like this. For some reason, I don't understand it myself, but that is your own dancing style, and I hope you can create it someday. Because that's what I wanted to do in my life, is make a difference in somebody else's life. Because I felt like, in a way, I was blessed to have, you know, positions of the body, and I'll teach you a belly trick. One thing you do is you hold out and you go like that, almost. It helps you relax, too. And then you have to, like, I undertuck, but you have to keep butt out and squeeze. No one ever really has gotten in the entire history of American Ballet Theater to me. It's undertucking. It's just the way you're built to me. But just keep on stretching. And if you want to get inner thighs, I suggest you just do this with your thighs open, because you sometimes like just squats to me are like this, but they build your outer thighs, they hurt your back. I mean, some things you have to look forward to. You have to like, if you hold out your back like this, or like your butt will get bigger, you know. Just I mean, with your legs on, but this is what also is easier to do with the bar, obviously. And then one thing my dance teacher told me to do is use like this, just to help your hips out. But see, I land in this position, I tend to turn out my feet, that's my thing. Some people cannot. Some people will go like this. Because I have a hard time with this leg not turning out my feet. But, and And I never became anything, just a dancer on YouTube, but I don't believe in the expression of ballet. I believe in the expression of your feelings. And then one thing to help your feet out is go like this, really. And then to keep your body in shape, you don't want really flabby arms. You don't want strong arms. Nothing. You want your body lean in ballet, right? Well, you can do what you want. I think that gymnastics dancers have a lot of heaviness and no breasts, and so dance is the thought of breasts and hips and the small waist. Well, the reason they do that is they pull up in their waist. They pull up like this, is that they're giving their expression out like. So that's easy for me. I can bounce pretty well because I've been dancing. And like typing is an expression, you know? You like have your own way of typing even though it's the same. But I'll teach you a little bit of my tips. I believe you can go like this. How does it do work style? I mean, just get loose. I mean, that will teach you sort of ways of just, you know, becoming like a dancer. You know, I cannot like dance everything, you know. But I might fall. And whether it's a good thing or bad thing, but you can't always plan it out where you don't fall, man. I mean, everyone can honestly feel, and if you have hip problems, I'll say that just hold on. Just keep on holding on and keep on going. If you have to, and walking really is a good expression of just calming down. You know, just like, sometimes it's just like this, and avoiding just exercising boring. And like I have wrinkles because I smoke, and if you smoke, you're out of ballet, out of dance, unless you have a good ability to drink a lot of water and eat some good food. I won't say salads, that's the expression of stupidness. I lived on low-calorie diets, and I couldn't have the energy to dance. You know, I got skinny, but then I like dropped out after that for a while, and I like started crying, and that's when really I got ill in a way, because I couldn't understand why at the age of like 9 or 11, 10, 11, 13, whatever, I couldn't eat because I was overweight. I was born overweight. So it's all an expression of writing and write what you feel, and or, you know, I like dumping, but I prefer to just write like I was talking to somebody, you know, like I'm writing in a book. I prefer to write in a book as if I'm showing off instead of just like expressing what the other person wants to see. I want to see what you like to think. You know, that's a sexy attitude for a woman, right? And for a male, it's not easy. The world ain't easy, but everyone loves you for your ability to jump. Like, oh my God, I can't get off before that way some people can. And the way some people are flexible as men is ridiculous. So they have brighter futures. So if you want to teach your children how to just dance, I suggest you just go with this. Whatever, just teach them how to, you know. And there's the PK. You always start out in a position. I can't do it anymore. In socks, it's very hard, not in ballet shoes. But there's ballet shoes and there's toe shoes. Basically, there's tap shoes. There's dance shoes dance teacher shoes where, you know, they're for teachers kind of like, and to like, you know, be for more expressionary like jazz and stuff and contemporary. I think in contemporary dance is more like ballet, only jazzier and it's harder. So if you want to give yourself a ballet class, I express good concern for that, and I say that just basically get prepared and just drink a lot of water, start slimming up so they can't backlash you at first. That is a very important part. They will backlash you for being overweight. Anyway, I hope and express love for you and always treating yourself with respect and letting yourself go. All right, just when depression happens, let yourself go and just say, I thought about enough, how bad I am. I couldn't make it into the dance company. Cry about it. Just don't do anything about it. Just lie down, keep on thinking, and then just like say, wow. Because your mind will remember the good things, I think. Just always remain alive because you'll have a brighter future. Even though you get old with wrinkles. The more you get old, the more you know. Bye, love you. My name is Angie, and I hope you become not an angel. I like to think of myself an angel, but I hope you have a world or a land of expressional dance, and I'd like to see it. All right, thanks. Bye-bye. Sometimes the camera does